A store has a 25% off sale on coats. With this discount, the price of one coat is $34.50. What is the original price of the coat? Okay, so 34.50 is the original price of the code, which is X, which is unknown, minus 25% times X. Okay, so this is the original price, X, minus 25% of the original price gives us 34.50. So if we solve for X, we will know the original price. So this here can be simplified to, okay, so X minus 25, X is like X minus 0.25 times X. And this is like 1 times X minus 0.25 times X equals 34.50. And this leaves us 75%, which is 0.75 equals 34.50. Okay, so the price of the coat after discount represents 75%, 75 times X, 75 times the original price gives us 34.50. And now we need to solve for X. So to solve for X, we need to divide both sides of the equation by 0.75. So this divided by 0.75 and this also divided by 0.75. So on the left hand side, this and this cancel out each other. So we're left with X equals 34.50 divided by 0.75. Okay, so this is the same thing as 34.50 times 100 over 75, which is the reciprocal, divided by 7500. It's the same thing as multiplied by the reciprocal of 7500, which is 100 over 75. Doesn't help us much. Okay, so X equals, we need to shift the decimal point 2 places to the right. So 3, 4, 5, 0. So this 34.5 times 100 is 3350 divided by 75. So this equals 3, 4, 5, 0 divided by 75. 75 goes into 3, 4, 5, 345 4 times. Yeah. Because 5 is too much, so 4 times 70 is 280. So 4 times 5 is 20. So 4 times 20, 4 times 75 is 300. So no multiplication. We need to subtract 345 minus 300 is 45. Bring down the 0. For how many times 75 goes into 450? 6. 6 times 70 is 420, and 6 times 5 is 13. Okay, so it's exactly 6 times 5 is 6 times 5 is 30, and 6 times 7 is 42, plus 3 is 45. So no remainder, so the answer is 46. So x equals 46. So the original price of the code is 46, and it makes sense, yeah, because 10% of 46 is 4.6, 20% is 9.2, yeah, seems reasonable. Okay, 46. Vanessa earns a base salary of $400 every week with an additional 5% commission on everything she sells. Vanessa sold $1,650 worth of items last week. What was Vanessa's total pay last week? Okay. So the base of the salary is 400. And now we need to add 5% of 1,650, 1,000. So 5%, 0.05 times 1,650 equals 1,650 times 5. 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 5 is 25, 5 times 6 is 30, plus 2 is 32, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 8, plus 3 is 8. We need to shift the decimal point 2 places to the left, because we have here 2 digits to the right of the decimal point, so the answer is 82.50. Is it reasonable? 10% of 1,650 is 165, and 165 divided by 2, yes, 160 divided by 2 is 80, and 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So this is the commission, the amount of dollars that she got as a commission. So we need to add this commission to the base salary. So 482.5 is her total pay last week. 482.5. Jessica's furniture store buys a couch at a wholesale price of $113. If the markup rate at Jessica's furniture store is 45%, what is the markup for the couch? Okay, so the original price or the cost price of the couch is X, is unknown. If we add 0.45% of X to this unknown, we get 130. Okay, and it's important to realize that we don't calculate 45% of the wholesale price of this price. We need to find out the original price and calculate 45% of this original price. So this amounts to 1.45. 1 times x plus 0.45 times x is 1.45 times x equals 113. And now we need to solve for x. We need to divide both sides of the equation by 1.45. Okay, we divide both sides of the equation by 1.45. So on the left hand side we are left with x because this cancels out this. So x equals 113 divided by 145. So this is the same thing. We shift the decimal point 2 places to the right. So we have a whole number as the divisor. So it's 145. And so here we add 2 zeros because we add 2 decimal points to the right. So 113 plus 2 zeros. So this equals 113 divided by 145. So 145 doesn't go into 113, it does go into 1130. How many times? So 8 times 100 is 800, 8 times 40 is 320, so it's too much. So 7. So if we 7 times 145, so 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 3 is 31. 7 times 3, 7 times 8 is 28. 28 plus 3 is 31. So 31. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 3 is 10. Subtract. Okay, so this becomes 2 and this becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1 and 1 minus 1 is 1. Is not nothing. Okay. So now, how many times bring down the 0? How many times 145 goes into 1150? 7 times 100 is 700. 7 times 45, 7 times 40 is 280, and 7 times 5 is 35. So this is 8 plus 3 is 11. 8 plus 2 is 10, so it's exactly 7. 7 times 145 is, no, we already calculated it. Okay, it's 1015, and we have a remainder of this becomes 4, this becomes 10, 10 minus 5 is 5, 4 minus 1 is 3, 1 minus 0 is wow. Okay, let's use the calculator. So 113 divided by 1.45, 113 divided by 1.45 equals okay, so it's 77.93. No. Ah, I didn't understand the question. Well, I thought that this is the price that they sold the couch after they made a 45% profit. Okay, so I thought that they bought the couch at a wholesale. Okay, my mistake was that I thought that this was the price that they sold the couch to the customer, and we wanted to figure out what was the original price that they paid for the couch, and based on that find out what is the 45% markup. But that's not what the question is. The question is, if they buy it wholesale for $113, what is 45% of this? So it's very simple. It's 0.45 times 113. So 113 times 45. So 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 5 times 1 is 5. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And 4 times 1 is 4. 5, 8, 10. You need to shift the decimal point 2 places to the left, so it's 50.85. Let's see, 50% is half of this, so 50% is 56.5, so this makes sense. So 50.85. In Las Vegas, Nevada, stores charge a 4.6% state sales tax and a 3.65 county sales tax. Yuki is purchasing a handbag priced at $200 and $220 before tax. How much sales tax does Yuki pay for her handbag purchase? Okay, so 4.6 plus 3.65. So in total, she needs to, how much tax does she need to pay? So this is 5, this is 12. 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8. So she needs to pay 8.25% for $220. So this sales tax so she needs to pay 0.0825 times 220. Okay, so this is 825 times 220. 0 times 5, so it's all zeros here. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 5 is 5, 6. Two times 5 is 10. 6, 1. Okay, so 0, 0, 5, 6 plus 5 is 11, 2 plus 6 is 8, and 1, you need to shift the decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left, so it's 18.1. Is it reasonable? 10% is 22, so 8.25% is reasonable that it will be 18.1. It's 18.15. Tough. Okay. So I had two mistakes. So in the next so I need to do this practice again. So in the next video I will practice this once more. So I'll see you in the next video.